Board games offer so many different things to enjoy. I mean, there's strategies to explore, puzzles to solve, stories to share, plus components and artwork to enjoy. Wow! But even with all of those admirable qualities, one thing is still for sure. Board game inserts are behind the technology curve. Many of the so-called board game inserts are just a piece of folded cardboard. This doesn't help me. What made you think that this would help me? And even when board game companies actually try, the provided inserts often come up just still lacking. I mean, the insert that came with Favor of the Pharaoh is really, really nice, but it requires a PhD in spatial reasoning just to figure out how the game's library of tiles are supposed to fit inside this little thing. No, what's needed is an entire professional industry completely devoted to the creation of board game inserts. Unfortunately, such a thing would never... What? There is? I was joking. Okay, well, let's take a look at some.
Saving your game from the mundane, the component proponent, yeah.
In this brand new series of at least one episode, I'll be taking a look at some of the board game inserts that are available and how they compare to each other. I'm going to evaluate them against the main objectives that I look for when testing an insert. Do all of the components fit? Is there room left over? Would the game's current and potential future expansions fit into the insert? How easy is it to fit everything back into the box? And does the insert help facilitate game setup and cleanup time? Oh, and also, are the pieces easy to locate and get out of the insert during gameplay? And this time, I'll be evaluating several foam core inserts from Insert Here, for no other reason than because several games that I forgot to return to my buddy before he moved out of state just happened to be using them. I've said too much. Now, when I think foam core, I think failed high school art project. But then I think of Insert Here's foam core inserts, which actually are sleek, sturdy, and well made. And this further reminds me of my failed high school art projects, and then I feel worse. If I had tried making a board game component out of foam core board, it would have ended up looking like I did end up making one. And it did end up looking like that. But inserts are worthless without a game to organize with them. And I just happen to have a game here that could really benefit from an insert, Fields of Arle. The contents of my buddy's Field of Arle box is just a hot mess. Yikes. Okay, well, let's put Insert Here's Fields of Arle insert to the test. Good luck, insert. Welcome to hell. I tested Insert Here's inserts for the games Fields of Arle, Panamax, and Lords of Vegas, and in each case, they achieved each of the objectives on my checklist pretty well. My Insert Here inserts arrived fully assembled, but lacking much in the way of documentation. Now, on the InsertHere.me website, there are some text descriptions and pictures describing the recommended configuration for packing components into the inserts. But it would have been kind of helpful to have had a printout included with the insert in the packaging that described exactly which specific components each slot was designed for. And I imagine that this would be even more important with games that are really tight fit. Sometimes I was left wondering if I had gotten all the components into the right spaces, because sometimes you really have to pack these really efficiently to take full advantage of the insert. But overall, it was a positive experience. So, In summary, my first historical experience with foam core art projects made me skeptical that this material could really compete against an insert made out of wood. But after testing foam core inserts with several different games over the course of a few months, I am genuinely impressed with their durability. So, if you're in the market for inserts for your favorite games, Insert Here's foam core ones are definitely worth considering. So now I want to know what you think. Have you used board game inserts? And if so, what kinds of materials have you used and for which games? Let me know what your experience has been in the comments below. And while you're here, be sure to subscribe to both the Dice Tower and Pair of Dice Paradise YouTube channels, where you'll find even more board game news, reviews, and commentary. And for even more content and conversation on board games, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. Till next time, I've been Chaz Marler from Pair of Dice Paradise. Thanks for watching, and take care.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Thanks for watching, and take care.